If you're a beginner freelancer that's just starting out, listen closely and see which of these 5 mistakes are you guilty of and avoid and pivot at all costs because they can keep you broke, stuck, and extremely frustrated. I'm Annie, I'm a brand and web designer and the founder of emptistudio, and I've been a solo freelancer for the last 4.5 years. And the most important lesson I want to share with you that is going to transform your business is number 1, don't charge based on an hourly rate. The hourly rate is the fastest way to underpay yourself. I know this is how all of us get started, but the sooner you shift to project-based and value-based pricing, the better off you're going to be. Because if you charge by hourly rate, you're going to be penalizing yourself the faster you get. Stats from FreshBooks show that freelancers who charge per project make up to 50% more than those charging hourly. So how do you break free from the curse of hourly rates? Well, the answer is value-based pricing, and that means understanding the value that your services bring to your client and understanding the scale and the budget that your client has to offer. For example, if I am working on a website for an enterprise level client who literally has thousands of customers, the return on investment is going to be a lot higher, and they're probably expecting to pay thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars for a website that's going to generate them a proportionate amount of return. However, if I'm talking to my local cafe or restaurant, they probably just don't have that budget, and having a sexy looking website probably isn't going to actually get them that significant amount of impact on their business. So understanding what type of clients you serve is just as important. The higher level the client, the more value you can bring with your services, and therefore the more money you can charge. Number 2 is to don't rely on just one single client. If one client makes up most of your income stream, you're not really freelancing, you just have a job with no benefits. You're just serving this one boss. 35% of freelancers get 60% of the income from one client, and that is really risky. What you should do instead is to have multiple clients. Not only that, is to try to move them onto a subscription-based model, a retainer model that offers steady income. If you're working with one client, say for $4,000 per project, then what happens when that project is over? Then you're out of business, and that's how you get into this feast and famine cycle. But if you have 3 to 4 clients paying, say even $3,000 a month on a subscription model, and you have so much more security. And if you do the math, that's literally $10K a month. And if you're a solopreneur that's struggling to even get clients in the first place, I'm hosting a free masterclass on this exact topic called Your First 10K Months. Even if you're just starting out, this is a freelancer blueprint for consistent income where I walk you step by step through exactly how to attract your first high paying client, where to find them, how to reach out to them, how to actually bring them onto a sales call, also how to build that irresistible subscription so that you can go from sporadic income to consistent, scalable revenue. And this isn't just theory. This is literally how I was able to make over $132,000 last year in my freelance business, and to help avoid burnout and just to actually rest knowing that you are earning a good amount of living from doing what you love. So scan the QR code on the left or follow the link in the description box below, and I'd love to see you there. Remember, never let one client hold your entire business hostage. Mistake number 3 is getting stuck on Fiverr and Upwork. Now, these platforms feel like an easy way in to actually get some clients, but they keep you stuck competing on price instead of skill. And research shows that freelancers who find clients outside of these marketplaces earn at least 40% more. So what should you be doing instead? Build your own brand, have a portfolio, post on LinkedIn, choose a platform, maybe even YouTube, and attract inbound leads instead of bidding for scraps. There are so many designers, copywriters that's charging literally pennies on Fiverr, and you're competing with other people that's cheaper. And there's no value competing for the bottom because it's literally a race to the cheapest. But there is value in being able to position yourself as a premium offer that's going to deliver a white glove service. Stop renting your career to a platform that takes a cut of every single penny that you make, and build your own client pipeline. Mistake number 4 is to please stop wasting your time cold emailing. Just send out cold emails is very outdated advice by other marketing and sales gurus. And the thing is, high quality clients, they don't hire strangers, they hire people that they trust. And the fact is that cold emails get only 1% response rate. So what should you do instead? Instead of chasing, attract, share insights on LinkedIn, post valuable content on Twitter, or create content that makes clients actually want to DM you, ask you questions. Position yourself as a trusted advisor. Sending out 1,000 emails might just get you 10 replies, and they're probably not even warm leads. A freelancer that posts one helpful LinkedIn thread per week, people is going to start noticing you and then you slide in with a very valuable or enticing offer, and that is 100 times better than begging for work. Number 5, remember, don't trade time for money forever. Freelancing is amazing until you get burnt out, and trust me, you will. If you only make money when you work, you're just stuck trading time for cash. And the highest earning freelancers, they usually build income streams beyond just client work. So what should you do instead? Productize your skills. Sell templates, courses, coaching, things that scale without your time, things that actually bring you genuine passive income, things that you can automate. You create once and you can sell infinite copies of it, fully automated. A freelancer that's charging $5,000 a month for a service is capped at that, unless they hire more people. But if you're someone who has an audience, you have an email list, and there's people who genuinely find your offers appealing, you can sell 100 ebooks or 100 templates without needing a second extra of your time. Even if you're just starting out, strategize this for the long run, because when you're busy, you're gonna find it really hard to carve out time to create these digital products. At the end of the day, most freelancers struggle because they focus on getting the next client instead of building a system that brings in consistent clients and moves them onto that recurring revenue model to build predictability. I'm going to send you away with a bonus tip, is not to save money by wasting time. Learn from someone who's been there before. I've spent a ridiculous amount of money on coaching and courses, but that's actually helped me accelerate my business quite a lot faster. So if you want a step-by-step roadmap but too predictable, 10K months, remember, it's not that hard. I'm not unique. You can do it as well. Join our upcoming masterclass. You don't even have to spend a cent. It's literally free. And let me know in the comments down below which one of these mistakes are you guilty of. And if you want a more complete freelancer blueprint to reach your first 10K month, you can also watch this video on the left right here. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.